You're probably one of this 87% that makes these 7 mistakes on the carnivore diet. And we will go through one of each in this video. And number 5 is the most and strongest in my opinion. Hi, I'm Anders and I'm a dad of 7 and I'm living in Sweden. And I have been on the carnivore diet for almost all over 1 year. And if you don't like my English pronunciation, you can blame my English teacher. And the first mistake that everyone does is that they are not eating until full. In Sweden we have different types of eating. Here we have great types of meat, we have great types of every kind of beef you can think about. And as we call the rib eye, or that what we call a ryggbiff here in Sweden, is a great way to eat. One thing that is better than those fancy steaks is the different part or the ground beef. You can eat mixed ground beef with pork and other parts of bacon, beef, bacon and eggs and butter is a great way to start this diet. That is a great way to go with it, I should say. And the second thing is that you should that you eat fasting too soon, because everybody is talking about fasting and that is the best thing you can do when you're eating this carnivore diet. You should hold for 24 hours, you should hold for 16 hours and have an eating window. And of course that is a great way to start the carnivore diet as well, but in the beginning it's better to not skip the frukost or breakfast. You can eat 3 meals a day and you can eat snacks in between, but when you're starting you're making a big mistake if you are not eating the 3 meals at least for a day. And in Sweden we call it fika-kultur. We have a break with some snacks, and of course on this diet you should avoid those treats. And the other thing that you can think about when you're eating, the third thing, is consuming fake sugars, because that is something that is so easy to overeat, because we in Sweden has a lot of fake sugars in different kind of things, but we are trying to, it's more that you add sugar to the food than adding artificial sweeteners. And that is something that isn't a great way to eat, because when you're eating artificial or sweeteners, you are triggering something inside you that is that you want to avoid, because you will get those sweet feelings, or that sweet tooth that you want to make it disappear. And by reminding the body all the time about that you're eating those kind of foods, then it's easy to fall in the trap. And the thing sockerfritt or sugar-free is something that it's better, of course, than eating sugar, but to avoid them. And I myself has a hard time to avoid sweetness. I take some soda sometimes and eating yogurt with the sweeteners in them. And every time I do that, I feel that it's hard to not overeat different and feel the hunger for other parts, other things that are interesting, sweet as well. And the fourth thing is that you eating butter too early. And in Sweden we have a great butter, we have great taste of the butter, and it's made of great milk and we have great farmers here, so everything tastes great with the butter. But it is easy to overeat butter as well. And one thing that I often do when I eat butter is that I tend to freeze it. So I put a little bit small tubes in the freezer and put them for a while. And then when it has frozen, it tastes almost like ice cream. So it's a great way to eat butter or smör. It's the name here, Sweden is. And one thing that you can consider is to eat tallow or curry. And that is one thing that you can eat if you overeating butter, because you can eat too much butter. It's a lot of energy in the butter, and that is of course a good thing to eat a lot of butter. But you can start your meals with eating a little bit of butter, and then you can feel more full when you are eating your meals. And here is the fifth thing that is so important that I was talking about at the beginning of the weather, and that is overtraining or exercising too much. Of course, that isn't a huge problem in today's day and age, because the problem isn't that we are over exercising, or the problem is that we are overeating and eating the wrong things. Because if we are looking to our overweight and how we look, then the problem is just like that we are not exercising. But here in Sweden we have a great outdoors, and it's easy to get outdoors and hiking or taking a promenade. So that is something that it's great opportunities here. But you got all these mobile phones and TV that distracts us from getting outside even more. If you want to think about what you should do, hiking is a great way to stay in shape, and lifting weights is an awesome thing to do it. But the Swedish word lagom, not too much, not too little, is a great summarization of everything. But you should do everything by start with small steps and don't overestimate your abilities, because it's so easy to start exercising and that you're doing it 7 times 1 week, and we do it 1 time, and then it fades away and everything is thrown out the window for that year, maybe for that long. And the 6th tip that I want to talk about is not getting enough sleep. And the Swedish winters are long and dark, and it's sometimes it can be really depressing to be stuck in that winter. It's cold and everything is, and the sun isn't up, and today is cloudy, so we don't see the sun. It's a snowy day. That is something that is so hard to get through when you are in it, because then you need to sleep a lot to stay energized, and that is something that is so popular. The thing that is harder for many to adjust to, that you need to sleep, because it is so easy to sit with your phone for hours each night, and then when you're going to sleep you have a lot of daylight from the phone in your eyes, and you have a hard time to sleep because the body believes that the mind believes that you are in daytime. And that is something that we can wind down with. Listen to something. Almost every night I listen to something, a podcast or something like that, and fall asleep to that. Of course, it isn't the perfect way to do it, but it is a way that makes it all better to make me fall asleep faster. And the 7th tip is lacking of sunlight, because the part of the day that you should start the day is that you should start the day with having a bit of sunlight each morning. And that is something that is hard when it's starting to get, you see the first daylight from 9 in the morning. That is a hard thing to do here, to get a bit of sunshine in the morning. But if we have that mindset that you should at least get 10 minutes on daylight some way in the morning time, that is a great start for your mind, because you will get so much more energized in the mornings. And what you can do is that you can start making daily outdoor walks. Is a great way, even in the winter, to just move yourself and to start moving your body and get the sunlight in your eyes, even though it isn't sun every time in the winter. But it is a great way to take advantage of that natural light. It is a great way to do that. That is a thing that you should do each and every day, to just bring some nice air in the, yes, get some great new air in the lungs, and that is something that is so crucial each day. And the thing with the carnivore diet is that it's easy to get overwhelmed and think that you should do everything perfectly. But think about this diet, and you should eliminate things that you can't, that your body can't manage to do inside. And what over my year, it hasn't been perfect in any kind of way. Everybody's talking about they're making each other feel that I'm so perfect, I made this perfect, and hiding things that are not. I'm the dad of 7, and it's a lot of pitfalls each day for me to struggle. And of course, I do mistakes with eating things I shouldn't eat and overeating things, and I'm aware of that. But the thing is that we are human, and we are trying to make a difference with this diet. And this diet is something that makes me feel so much more energetic, and I have so much more energy each day, and each and every day I'm holding on to this diet and not doing the mistakes. I feel so much better, and I feel that everything have been so much more energetic for me this year. I have loosened 20 kilos and feel so much better as a person. And it's just start on my journey. And the thing with this channel is that I want to share my mistakes and my steps together with you. And that is so important to share, have someone to share this with. And if you're interested in watching more about and seeing more of these type tips, press this video in the screen right now, and we will talk more about this. Press this video, and I see you in the next video.